Hey guys, Melissa here, and I am here to review a new product, and I'm really excited. So I just washed my hair. This is what it looks like. I washed it and then I blew it out with my Dyson with just the brush attachment. The influencer blessed me with a complimentary Conair Infinity Pro. So I'm really excited because this says that it uses a cool air system, and the cool air system, cool air flows up through the channels in the barrel to set your style for long lasting results. So if you've watched other videos of mine about holding your curl longer or getting more volume in your hair, I talk a lot about cool setting your hair. So when you use irons or blow dryers or anything like that, you break the heat bonds in your hair so that it kind of molds with the heat, and then you set it with the cool to kind of almost harden it in that place. Not really harden, but that's the best like visual I can give you. So the idea of this makes a lot of sense. If it does curl the hair and then shoot it with a cool shot, that sounds like it could be really beneficial for holding your hair. I'm pretty picky. I want to be honest that Conair is not usually my go-to brand, but I'm open to it because they were trendsetters and they've been around a long time. So I know that they do sell these in Bed Bath & Beyond. I think that you can get them in places like Walgreens and CVS, but I will have it linked in the description. I believe they do have it on Amazon. And if you use my link as an influencer for Amazon, I can get a little commission, and it'll benefit this channel so I can answer more questions for you and show you more products so that you can be a smart shopper. Okay, so Infinity Pro Conair, thank you for this beautiful device. So Conair Infinity Pro, this is my first impression. It goes up to 400 degrees, so that's good if you have very coarse hair. You know, it can benefit you as well. It says it's consistent heat, heats up in 30 seconds, awesome. Heats for every hair type, so there's 3 settings, low, medium, and high. I'll probably use medium to start because my hair is lightened, but high typically is what I need because of the nature of my hair being thick and coarse and frizzy and all the things. So let's see, no stress, automatic safety shut off. Okay, so you don't have to make a note for yourself to turn your iron off. That's good. Cool air funnels up through the channeled barrel to immediately set your curl and protect your hair. Place a section of hair between the plates. Rotate the styler 180 degrees. Wrap hair once again outside the barrel and glide through the length of the hair. All right, we're gonna give this a try. Your girl has some carpal tunnel, so go easy on me. No, really, if I have to do too many twirls with my wrists and stuff, that's not gonna work. So let's hope that we don't have to. Okay, random little piece here. Paperwork, instructions, I'll keep those handy. Here it is. Here it is. All right, so we will keep you right here next to our unicorn. There we go. All right, and I do have my little scrunchie. I also brought some argan hair oil. So this is the device, you guys. This is a big barrel. It does have ridges. It's kind of a brushed nickel kind of look. A little bronzy, maybe a rose gold, but it's not just regular silver. It's pretty. And this is the release button. Oh, the release button is what opens it. It kind of is hard to open. Like, I feel like my thumb will hurt. I don't know, but it's spring loaded, like it springs right back. So, and then of course the power button. Some people were saying that, I do remember they were saying that you need to know what the controls actually do. So I'm gonna look into that once you see this beautiful guy. I'm super happy and thrilled to get a beauty tool like this. Okay, so we got all the stuff off of here. Now it's time to try it out. So I have to plug this guy in. Okay, we are rocking and rolling. If I get obscene, just write something in the comments. Just kidding. This is really my robe. I really did just take a shower. Is it gonna do it? Oh, there it goes. Okay, let me read how to use this. Keep away from water. Yeah, Separate a section of hair. The smaller a section, the more defined curl, okay? The larger the section, the looser the curl. Press the open close. I guess it's on, and it's on medium. You see that? Okay, well, let's rock and roll. We don't need that. Let's section. We're gonna do tiers. Oh my gosh, I feel like I have to hurry because it's on and it's so loud. But you know what? I need coffee. Stressful. Okay, here we go. I already sprayed my hair with One United to protect it. Whew, okay, I'm doing a medium size. It's about the size of the barrel. Here we go. Okay. Is it closed? I don't know. Is it grabbing my hair? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna... Did it do it? Oh, it did it. That's pretty. They're cool to the touch. This is what's cool about it that I'm liking. I'm not liking how curly it is on the ends, but maybe once it's all done, if I go faster or something, I'll like it. But normally when I iron my hair, it's so hot. Like my hair, sometimes I'm like, gosh, if I can't even touch it, why is my hair touching it? You know, and then I get nervous, like, oh God, I'm beating up my hair right now. So it's kind of cool that it doesn't do that, that I can grab my hair right after. Okay, so I just put it in the thing. I saw this other person who was like opening it and putting it back in, all these things. I'm just kind of turning it just so that it irons down a little and then pulling it out. Okay? If that is their desired technique, I'm not really positive, but it seems to be working for my hair. And I'm pulling hair out a little bit. That's probably because it's being clamped and moved around, but it doesn't feel like a tight clamp at all. It is kind of tugging because I'm pulling it through, but I would compare it to curling your hair with a flat iron. But the benefit is that I'm not having to hold the flat iron shut. That's one thing when I curl my hair with a flat iron. It's like I have to hold it, you know, I have to clamp it as I'm turning. And this one, I don't have to do that. So I have been liking more of the flat iron curls lately. All right, I'm gonna do by my hair, pull it open. I don't know if I'm going too slow, but just remember, you know, I watched a video where this girl was just like going through her hair and it looked messy. And I'm sure it just looked messy because she wasn't giving it a second to really do what it was supposed to do. Now, if you want a looser, I'm going a little slower because I actually want a little bit of a curl and not just a wave. See, look at that. It's like kind of pulling out my hair. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, whatever, I have plenty to spare, but you know, not everybody is going to care for that. All right, but I must say, I'm getting through it pretty quickly. It's almost like flat ironing in a way. So I'm just pulling through, and then I'm going to give that bend. And I'll just give it a little bend back here because it doesn't need to be super curly. But it's not bad. Instead of like having to do the clamp with the curling iron. Oh, and it's on low now. How'd I get on low? Oh, you can tell the difference. Oh, wait, go. Oh shoot. How did it turn on low? All right, here I am. This is why we try these things, right? Okay, turn it on. Is it? Oh. Okay, medium, back to medium. I'm not sure how long it was on low, and maybe I hit it when I was curling. I don't really know. Let's do that one again, because this looks kind of still frizzy. Okay, let's try this one again. Hopefully, uh-oh, about to kill the battery. And yeah, okay, that's better. So far we've done this. I'm not mad at it. We are gonna work our way around here and see how quickly this will be complete. Okay, whole head. Gonna do the whole head. Yeah, I don't know why people were like rewrapping it and doing all these things. Like, you really don't have to. Just one time clamp and then twist it. That's basically all I'm doing, and it's working beautifully. I would say it's kind of annoying how loud it is. That's I guess my only gripe. And then, like I said, it is grabbing some hairs and pulling them out. And my hair is tough, okay? So I would imagine if you had thinner hair, then it may clamp and pull out your hair a little bit. People who have thinner, less dense hair tend to be much more concerned about those things. People like me with the hair of 3 people on my head, you know, it's like pouring out a drink for your homies, you know? It's like there's my sacrificed hair. I am sacrificing my hair for you guys. I don't know, it's not curling now. Let's see. Maybe it is. We'll see. Okay, so I did wash my hair today, and it should be dry, but there might be a little bit of moisture. Could be. Oh, wow. So I'm gonna just turn like all the way and then pull. So if you turn it a little more, it clamps a little better, seals the cuticle a little better, but you're more likely to have it grab your hair. So I don't think I like how this is looking. Let's do it again. Just on the ends, because the top was fine. Okay, pulling it through. See how I can like hold it and pull it? It's not like I have to hold it closed. The spring action is keeping it closed for me. That I do like. As someone who has been doing hair a long time, my hands are just tired a lot. You know, I get bad carpal tunnel. Maybe for someone who is a little bit, you know, older, has dexterity issues, this could be a little easier than using a typical curling iron. See how I'm just, once I clamp it and I wrap it, I just kind of pull it through. So it's a little bit easier on the hands, to be honest. And maybe a little easier on the hair. I don't know if I'm going to like the way these curls look, but I'm sure going to try to style them where it works for me. Okay, now we're getting to the top. I'm just going to keep going away from the face, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, okay. I'm excited. I just pushed a button on accident. I heard it click, but I don't know if I changed something. Oh, I see it blinking. So that's one thing. I love how handy the buttons are, but if I'm going to ruin it by pressing it, I don't know. Okay, so another thing, even though it's cooling it into place, I'm still not going to disturb the curl until I do the whole head. That's one mistake I did see some reviewers doing, is like they make a curl and they put their hand through it. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. This is probably going to be crazy. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, maybe I'm not mad at it. I don't know. Okay, let's do the other side. You'd probably be done by now, which is one thing I'm noticing. I am getting through it pretty quickly, and I'm not mad at that. I'm feeling a little frizzy, you guys, but I'm going to trust the process. That's what I always tell my clients, just trust the process. Okay, I think this is the last one. Okay. All right. So this is something cool. It's really not super hot to the touch. Oh, it's on high now. I'm gonna turn it off. There it goes. All right, let's see. Let's see. We're gonna do this. Let's do this. Let's put a little oil. I'm not sure how I feel about these curls, guys. What do you think? Just a little oil for the bottoms. Okay, so these bangs, I'm learning more how I want to do them. Oh. Okay, it's not bad. These bangs are a little crazy. Put a little oil. Now I'm gonna put a little Kenra, can you see it? Dry texture spray. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, anyway. And that should help hold things just a little better. What do you think? This is the look. Let's see, put the side. I'm probably a little frizzed, just a little. So thank you, Conair, for this beautiful device to test. I don't hate it. That's good. Let's go over what I like about it, okay? I do like that I don't have to hold it shut. I don't feel like I have a whole lot of control. Maybe that just is the learning curve of it. Will I use this again? Yeah. I definitely will try to play with it more. For my particular hair type, I don't always want the super fancy barrel curler or barrel curl. So for me, I tend to like a kind of messier look, a little more lived in look. And I like that, and it seems to kind of be giving that. I don't like that it pulls at my hair, and that for me is not as much of a problem, but for someone who may have thinner hair, it might be a little bit of a problem. But if you're careful and you move slowly and you do sections that are manageable, you may not tug as much, okay? For someone who has thinner hair, they're more likely to benefit from this. And the reason why is because very thin hair is hard to hold a curl. I've talked about this in my other videos. Fine, limp, soft hair, even normal, healthy hair. Sometimes it's just really hard for a hair to hold shape. Overall, I think that it definitely has its place. Is it necessary? I think this day and age, people are so addicted to heat. They want to seal down the cuticle with heat. They want, you know, that shine. This definitely gave some shine. Cool air, cool water will also give shine to your hair. I think that this has its place with certain things, and that as I play with it, I will absolutely use it some more. It's not so hard to use, but it is loud, and I don't really care for the constant buzzing that's going on. That's kind of annoying. But overall, it did go through my hair quickly. I took big sections, I took smaller sections, I took different, you know, variances. It did my bang area, which is new and it's kind of bulky, and it kind of tamed it down. So overall, I like it. I mean, honestly, I think it is a cool, innovative tool. It's a fun concept too. So thank you so much, Conair and Influencer, for sending this out to me. I will link it on the bottom. It's up to you if you want to try it out. If you have thick, coarse hair that you just have to run an iron through, you don't really necessarily want to curl it. It's very fast. So I think that on high, you know, it would work for a lot of hair types to just give some movement to it. You don't necessarily need to do a full-on curl. And then like I said, if you have trouble holding your curl, this could help too, because it has that cooling that really helps to hold a hair curl for you. If you want something more prom, festival, wedding, I would not use this. I would definitely stick with a traditional barrel iron and pin it. But you know, for the day-to-day, when you are in a rush, you just rough blow dried your hair, you got to get going, you want to look put together, this seems to be a very quick and efficient way to get the look. And the price point, I don't even know what the price point is. Let's see. Okay, and you can get yourself one of these for around $50. So that's pretty good. For $50, it's definitely worth a shot. One more thing that I did not touch on, you could actually just flat iron your hair. You don't have to use this as just a curler. It's almost like you get a little 2-for-1. You get a flat iron, and then you have the sides if you want to give it a little extra curl, ribbon curl or barrel curl. So there you have it. Thank you again for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Let me know what you think of my hair, and let me know if there's anything else you want me to review or any challenges you're having. Maybe I can give you some insight and help you out. So thanks again. See you next time. Bye.